video, I am going to share with you the reason why your words might not be converting when you are only talking about the big aspirational wins that your reader will get. So quite often, especially as service providers, we will talk about the big wins. We'll talk about the amazing outcomes, the financial freedom, the confidence to take that big leap in life, all these amazing things that we will get for our clients when they take our program, join our membership, or work with us through our one-on-one services. And it's really important to do that. And the reason that we talk about aspirational outcomes is because it uses a technique called future pacing. So if we use future pacing, which is a really, really common psychology technique, we get our reader to imagine themselves in a future state. So in the state in the future when their problem is solved, when their frustrations are over, when they have this outcome that you are going to get for them that they so want. It's so important to talk about that in our copy. We especially use it in headlines, really kind of big outcomes of outcomes wins. However, if we only talk about that, we are missing a huge piece of the puzzle, because as humans, we only emotionally connect with something more, we can't, emotionally connect with something more than 90 days in the future. We find it very difficult to process that emotional connection we'll get when something is more than 3 months away. So if we're talking about wins that will happen in 6 months' time, in a year's time, in 10 years' time, that's amazing in terms of being able to future pace, but it's not amazing in terms of being able to emotionally connect with it. So it's really important that we're talking about the small wins as well. So we talk about the big wins and we also talk about the small wins. What will they get tomorrow? What will they get as soon as they click the button and decide to buy? What will they get in 1 week's time, in 1 month's time? And they don't have to be huge. They could be as small as the relief that you've taken that first step towards it, or the pride you'll feel when you sit down at dinner tomorrow with your partner and tell them that you have taken this first step towards something. It could be something really small, but we really do need to make sure that we are giving people in our copy something to emotionally connect with that is going to happen not too far in the future. Okay, so this is what I call the two extremes of winning. We need to make sure on our sales pages, in our emails, on our web pages, wherever we're talking about our offer, we are giving people the big aspirational future pacing win. We're usually using words like imagine if and put yourself in this place if, or would you like to? All these words that are going to evoke this feeling of big aspirational lofty goals that could be quite far in the future. But we also need to consider those small wins. So what will happen tomorrow? What will happen next week? What will happen in 1 month's time? Just so that we can make sure that our reader can emotionally engage with what it is we want them to buy. So remember the two extremes of winning in your writing, the big wins and the small wins for the win.